Hello students, welcome to my channel English All New Academy. This video deals with different types of verbs. These three types of verbs are complete verbs, auxiliary verbs and modals. For learning tenses, it's very important to learn about verbs and their usage. Before we begin, I request you to subscribe my channel and press the bell icon to get the latest videos. Let's begin with verbs. Let's begin with first type of verb, that is complete verbs. In complete verbs, we have three different forms: present form of the verb, past form of the verb and past participle form of the verb. These three forms are used in different tenses. So unless you have in-depth knowledge about all the types of verbs, it's not possible to continue with tenses. Let's try to understand the first form of the verb, which is also called the root verb. Root verb is used in simple present tense. In tenses, you will come to know about the verb forms and how they are used in different types of tenses. Let us try to understand the first form of the verb, which we can also name as V1. This form of verb is also called complete verb. Now first form, second form and third form. All the different forms of verbs, they are helpful in understanding about the tense which is being used. And unless we know the forms of the verbs, we cannot use the tenses. Now let us try to understand what do we mean by V1 form. V1 form means the verb as it is. There is no change in the form of the verb. That's why called root verb. And why these forms are called complete verbs? Because they tell us about the actions which are complete in themselves. For example, eat, drink, study, write, read, see, speak, and such verbs. The second form of verbs which we can assign or we can remember as V2. V2 form of the verb is used for past tense. Whenever we are using past tense, we should know which are the forms that we use as V2 form. So we need to understand that in present tense, the root verb, if it is go, then it will be changed into went. In past tense, do changes into did. Speak is written as spoke. Write will be written as wrote. Study is written as studied. Come is changed into came. So unless we know these forms, we won't be able to complete the past tense. Now let's see the third form of the verb, which is known as past participle. And past participle form of the verb is used for perfect tense. The past participle form of the verb is not only used in perfect tense, but we also use it whenever we write a statement in passive voice. So when you will learn about active and passive voice, we'll deal with this aspect. So we have seen that all the three forms of verbs, they are very much necessary to understand tenses. Let's see how to form the third form, that is past participle. The root word is go, past tense will be went and past participle will be gone. Here written, came, taken, eaten, seen. In this way, we have three different forms of the verbs and they are complete verbs. But we need to understand that unless we know about these different forms, जब तक आपको V1 फॉर्म रूट वर्ड है और उसे कैसे यूज करना है, V2 किस तरह से चेंज करना है और V3 फॉर्म पास्ट पार्टिसिपल के लिए हमें कौन से वर्ड्स यूज करने हैं, इसके बारे में अगर कंप्लीट जानकारी नहीं है, देन there would be difficulty in understanding tenses. इसीलिए V1, V2 और V3 फॉर्म्स, ये तीनों में किस तरह से स्पेलिंग चेंज हो रहे हैं, किस तरह से हम प्रेजेंट का पास्ट फॉर्म कर रहे हैं और पास्ट टेंस से पास्ट पार्टिसिपल फ्रेम हो रहा है, ये अंडरस्टैंडिंग हमें होनी चाहिए. Let's try to understand with the table V1, V2 and V3 forms. These are called the root verbs because there is no change when we use these words in simple present tense. Go will change into went if we are talking about past tense, and when we use in past participle, the word go changes into gone. Take, the root word will be take, past tense is took, and past participle is taken. Visit, visited, visited. Here we can see that in some of the verbs, past tense as well as past participle forms remain same. Break, broke, broken. See, saw, seen. There are so many verbs, and I hope you will learn all the verb forms so that you can easily understand about tenses. Second type of verb form is auxiliary verbs. The word auxiliary means helping verbs. Why they are called helping verbs? Because they are helpful in knowing the time when the action took place, time in the context of present tense, past tense and future tense. And which are the auxiliary verbs? Which are the helping verbs? Let us try to understand. Is, are, am, was, were, has, have, had, will and shall. Now here is, are, am. They are used in present tense. Was and were, they show past tense. Has and have, they are present perfect tense, and had is used for past perfect tense. Will and shall are used for future tense. Let's take a few examples to understand how these auxiliary verbs are used. With I, am is used and we need to remember it. I am a good boy. She is a clever girl. You are my best friend. So here we also need to understand about their usage, that if it is first person singular, we use am. If it is third person singular, he, she, it, then is will be used. And if it is second person or first and third person plural, that is we or they, then are will be used. In fill in the blank type of exercise, you are required to fill in the blank with appropriate forms of be form. That also we'll discuss about. Then in past tense, in the statement you will get some hint. For example, she was absent yesterday. Now here yesterday is the hint which I have to take for the past tense form of the auxiliary verb that is to be used here. Similarly, if it is plural form, then I have to use were. Now here we need to remember that for he, she, it, for I, we have to use was, and for you, we and they, were will be used. Now let us see future tense. I will play in the evening. Whenever I am talking about future action, I have to use will or shall form. We shall play cricket today. So we shall play cricket today. Today is the hint to use the future tense. I hope if fill in the blank type of exercise is given, you will be easily able to take the hint in this way and fill the exercise. In perfect tense, I have taken your pen. So have is the past participle. For taken past participle form, we have to use have. She has written a poem. Now has is used for he, she, it in present perfect tense. You had given me a book. Had is the past perfect tense. Here we can understand how the auxiliary verbs are also very important when we are talking about tenses. Let's try to take one exercise to understand how we can use all these forms, which are also known as forms of be. Many times in the school examinations or in the test, you might come across such exercises whereby only be is given and we need to think about the appropriate form of the tense, the auxiliary verb which is to be used here. In such sentences, you have to take the hint. Here, yesterday is given, so we have to use I was absent yesterday. She, then here I have to identify taken. Taken is the form which is perfect tense. We can use your has. She has taken your workbook. We going to my uncle's house now. So now is the hint. So I will use present form. We are going to my uncle's house. She not come to school tomorrow. So here be form is given and tomorrow it shows that I am talking about future tense. So we will use she will not come to school tomorrow. They fill in the blank visit the museum after 2 days. After 2 days shows that I am talking about future and that's why they will visit the museum after 2 days. So here we have seen that how we can use the appropriate forms of the auxiliary verbs if only be is given. We also have third type of verbs which are known as modal auxiliary verbs. Auxiliary means helping verbs. So these are the models, these are the verbs which are helpful in understanding the intention of the speaker. That is what the speaker tries to say, whether it is a request made by the speaker or it is a command or the person is talking about his ability or possibility, instruction, warning, permission, responsibility, suggestion, advice, and such things or such intentions which are shown by the speaker. Now, let us try to understand which are the words which we use for models: can, could, will, would, shall, should, must, may, might, need, ought to, dare, etc. Now, these are the verbs which are used to show the intention of the speaker कि speaker क्या कहना चाह रहा है. And in school also, when you take permission from the teacher, you often say, teacher, may I drink water? So, for permission, you use the word may. All these models, they have different functions and I'll explain you all the different functions when we learn about models. Let's take a few examples. I can speak both French and German fluently. We must wear helmet while driving. So here we have seen that the word can shows ability and here must shows that it is compulsory, it's compulsion. In this way, we have seen that there are different types of verbs and if we understand these verbs, then it's very easy to understand tenses. Here one more thing we need to remember is that as we can see the word can, it shows present tense, could, it is used for past tense. So when you will learn models, we'll also come to know that how we can use these models for present, past or future. It's very easy to learn about verbs and tenses, but we need to gain in-depth understanding about the verbs and you also should learn the different form of verbs along with the spellings. Before learning tenses, do learn about verbs. I hope you like the video. So, please subscribe my channel and also press the bell icon so that you can get the latest videos. Thank you for watching the video.